Hi everyone.
Hi, Arpita.
Hi. Good evening. So, now who else going to join? Shall I wait for some time?
Yes, Arpita. Others will join, I think so.
Okay, fine.
It's good morning. It's good morning.
Shall we start? Or anyone else going to join?
Not sure, Arpita. No one said anything.
Okay, then let me start.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So last class we have discussed about the different type of transformation. So what are the transformation we have discussed in last class? What are the type of transformation?
Filter transformation, joiner transformation,
Okay.
union transformation,
Mm-hmm.
expression transformation. I don't remember.
Sort of transformation. Basically, transformation is of two types. One is active transformation and passive transformation. In active transformation, the row counts may not be say equal to the source row count, may or may not be equal to the target row count. Whereas passive transformation, the source count equal to be the target count. And there are different type of transformation, the filter transformation, expression transformation, sorter transformation, union transformations, then your joiner transformations, then lookup transformation. These all are different type of transformation. So today we'll be starting a small project. I have one more classes left for theory that I'll take at the last class. I'll take that class. Today we'll be starting a small projects. So let me share my screen. Each part of this project, I have the source table and the target table. Basically, these all will be created by ETL tool, but I do not have any ETL tool in my system. Like it's all are license one. And if I'll use Azure, you guys cannot understand. So I have created the table in the database, both source and target table, and we'll be testing the flow. How the data, what all testing we generally perform in ETL, we'll be doing that one. Okay. So these all are the source table and this is the target table. It's part of source table. I have taken four table like branch, customer, account, and the payment table. Similarly, the target table, I have taken the four table, DWH branch, DWH customer, account, and payment. These all are the attributes of this particular table. This is a mapping document which will be given before each ETL project will be provided with a mapping document. According to the mapping document, the developer will build the project and the tester will follow the transformations logic, the column, the attribute name, everything, and they will test the flow. So here also I have created one sample mapping document. For each for each table, there will be specified column like SRC branch. We have BR underscore CR is that is a branch code. Then address, city, pin code, and this is for the branch table. This particular column is there in both source and target. So I have not put the target field name as the same as well. And what is the data type? Data type I have taken varchar. In both the target and source, the data types are same. Data length also I have specified the data length. Here I have specified the transformation logic. Okay, similarly for customer table also, I have taken a customer table. In that, my target table is DWH customer. Here in customer table, I have cost ID, account holder type, last name, first name, entity name, address, city, pin code, account pin code. And here you can see for account holder type, there is a case statement we have written. If the account holder type for the target, this transformation rule will be applied in the target table. Target table means your DWH customer. So here the transformation rule is, if the account holder type is I in the source, then it will be considered as an individual in the target table. Means your account holder type is I in SRC customer. I'll be considering it as a individual in my DWH customer table. Similarly, if the account holder type is C in the source table, I'll be considering it as a entity in the target table, means DWH customer table. Similarly, here the last name and first name, it is there in source table, but I'll be having only one column, that is name. So I'll be concatenating I'll be joining the last name and first name with provided space in between and creating a single column, that is null, that is name. Okay. DWH customer entity name, it here also target field name also entity name, and it is one-to-one relationship. Similarly, the address field, it is a SRC customer field, and here also one-to-one relationship. City, here also the city, it is one-to-one relationship. Pin code, here also pin code, it is one-to-one relationship. Account number, basically if the account number is coming in source 6-digit or 7-digit, I left padded with 0 to make it 10 digits. So basically my account number will be 10 digit in my target. Whatever it is coming in the source doesn't matter, but I have make it in uniform in the target, saying that my account number will be 10 digit. Then cust ID, it is same as cust ID, it is one-to-one. Then branch code, it is same as branch code in both the places, it is one-to-one. Now account type, here one more I have written a case statement. If the source account type is S, then in target I am considering it as a saving. If the source account type is C, then in target I am considering is a current. Okay. Then current balance, it is both the places it is same. The account creation date, SECCR date means it is an account creation date. It is a date data type, and in both the places it is one-to-one mapping. It is account close date. This is also a date data type, and it is account close date is also one-to-one mapping. Now coming to this account start date, it is account status, ACC underscore ST means it is account status. Here also I have written a case statement, that is account status equal to A, then it is active. Account status equal to C, then it is closed, then or else it is null. This is our for account status transformation logic should be applied in the target table. That is nothing but your DWH account. So in payment reference table, payment reference is my primary key, and it is one-to-one mapping. Transport type, it is also a one-to-one mapping in both the place. Debit account number, again I have put here like if my account number is like here in source 6 or 7 digit, I have made it a uniform in target saying that it should be 10 digit. If it is say, 6 or 7 digit, in left hand side I'll be adding some zeros to make it 10 digit. Similarly, payment amount, it is like it is a numeric field, or you can take decimal as well. Here I have considered it as a numeric field. It is one-to-one mapping. This payment date, it is a date data type, and it is also one-to-one mapping. So this is all about mapping document. We'll be validating all the metadata structures, metadata tables with this against these mapping documents. So clear about mapping document? Anyone has any doubt?
No, Arpita.
Okay, let's start with the project. So it's part of the project. We'll be creating first the two database. One is the source database and other is the target database. So we'll be creating a source database. So my source database name is I'm creating as a like a raw. Okay, my source database name is raw. So create database. This in this way you need to create database raw. You can put it like this. Now the database will get created. It is created. But there are one more way. Okay, now we'll be creating the target database. So how we'll create target database? I'll not write the script. We'll do it with the UI. So click on this database, right click on this, you will find one option called new database. So click on this. Here you will find an option called the database name. Here I'll put it as my database name as a target. So if I'll go down, click OK, it will get created. So here you can see target. Here you can, okay. Next, how to get all the database present in the table? Sorry, all the database are present in here, my local system. I can see here. So database. It will show me all the databases present in my table. Sorry. So databases. What is the syntax then for to show the database? It should work as a source database. Not sure why it is not working. Let me try again. Let me see why it is not working. Execute SP database. Let's see. So if we'll do this, SP underscore database is nothing but it's a inbuilt store procedure which is there in the SQL server. If you are using Postgres or Oracle, you need to use SO database. Even in Snowflake also you use SO database. Okay. Here it is a default one that is called execute SP underscore database. So here it will show you all the database. So what database I have created? I have created a raw and I have created a target. Under this raw and target, we'll be creating now the schema. Okay. So how to create a schema? You can write create schema. Okay. And use raw. You need to, like now I'm in FST database. So I need to go to the raw database. So how I'll write create schema, use raw, create schema, db underscore source. Okay. Okay, already it is there. So I'll create only db src. It is completed. Similarly, the other way, right, you can create the target schema as well. So how you'll create the schema in the system? You need to go here. What is the database we have created? We have created a database called raw. So let me refresh it. Okay, here raw it is there. So here you can do one thing. Go to the security. Go to the say schema. Here you can see there are different type of schema. So now I'll create this new schema db underscore src. This is my schema name. So I have created here. Now I'll go here. I'll go to the next is the target. Target. Here also I'll do the same. I'll go to the target db. Then I need to go to the security. Here under security, I need to right click. Sorry. Security schema. Select the schema. Right click. New. Write it. So here my my table name is my schema name is dbo underscore tzt. This is my target schema name. So I have created a schema. You can see here, you can see dbo underscore tzt. So now as part of this, we need to create these many source table. First, we need to create the SRC branch, SRC customer, SRC account, and the SRC payment. And similarly, DWH for target, we have to create DWH branch, customer, account, and payment. So here I need to create first SRC branch. So for SRC branch, what I need to do, I've already written the script. So we'll use this. So here you can see this is my now currently I'm in FST database, but I need to go to my database, which is the my source database, that is raw. So whenever you want to, instead of changing here, you can use in your script like this, use particular schema where your table is present. I'm putting use underscore raw and my schema name is SRC, DB underscore SRC branch underscore staging. This is my table. This is db underscore src is my schema name and branch underscore staging is my source table name. This src branch I am creating like this. So here you can see my branch code is primary key, branch code is primary key. H per the mapping document, it is 20 is my data length. So I have given 20. Address is 150. So I have given 150. It is a not null constants. CT is 50. I put 50. Pin code is 10 digit, but here I have taken 50. Okay, let me put 10 only. Now we'll create the, so it is created. Now, how to check this table? You can put select star from db underscore src branch. Okay, or you can there is no data, or there is a, in a SQL Server there is one more thing, execute sp underscore help. Okay, there is, if you'll go here, I can go to the raw database, the table. Now if we'll create table, why it is not? It should come. Yes, it is created here. Okay, fine. Let me create over here. Okay. Now if you can see here, in raw also I can find the table. By mistake, I have created under FST. But here also you can find this table. This is my table. So how to see the table structure? You can use execute sp underscore help. sp underscore help is a default store procedure which is available only in SQL Server. Here you can see the table. My table is branch underscore staging. It is a user type table. What are the column name? What are the data type? What is the data length? Here I am not defined any primary key or any indexes, anything. So it is showing like that. Similarly, we'll be creating one more table. That is my target. That is the next table. That is the customer table. SRC customer will be creating. So SRC customer, how I will create? I have the script for this for SRC customer. This is my SRC customer script. So this you can see here. This is my database name is raw. My source database name is raw. So I'll be creating this. The custom if we'll so go here, my customer ID. My customer ID is cust ID. It is numeric. Data type length is 5. So here also the same way I am putting it. Customer numeric, primary key. The account holder type is varchar 50. Here also the same. Account holder type is varchar 50. Last name is varchar 50. Here also 50. First name is varchar 50. 50. Entity name, it is one also 50. So here also I put 50. Address, city code, everything is 50. Here also pin code, let's make it 10. Everywhere uniform. Let's make it 10. Okay. So now we'll create this table. Okay. Now how to check this? Can anyone tell how to check the table? I'll just told you when I'll just show you in the customer like branch one. So what command you need to use? Can anyone say what command we need to use in SQL Server to see the table structure? Am I audible?
Yes, Arpita.
So what command we need to use to see the SQL Server table structures?
SP underscore databases.
No, SP underscore help. SP underscore database is to see the list of the database present in your system. But
Okay.
SP underscore help is for the showing the table structure. So here you can put the table structure name. Let me show you, refresh it. See here the customer staging. So it will show you the table structure of customer. What are the data type, what are the column is there, whether it is nullable, not nullable, the primary constraints, everything you will be getting over here. Okay. The next table we are going to create is the account table. SRC account is the source table I'm going to create. So for this This is the account table script. So account table is account number varchar 50, that is primary key. You can see here in mapping document. Let's take for SRC account. Also, SRC account has these many fields. Account number, it is a numeric field. I put it as a numeric, but it is varchar. Data length is 50. Then customer ID is numeric. It is 50. This I'll make it as a varchar 50. Okay. Branch code is varchar 20. Account type is varchar 50. Current balance is 9 and 2. Then account creation date is a date time. Close date is also a date. Account status is varchar 50. So this is about my the table structure. Now I have a foreign key. So what foreign key I have used? Branch code or branch staging table is my foreign key in the account table. Okay. And the customer ID of the customer table is my foreign key in the account table. So these all things I have used. Now I'll create the table. Already I am in raw database, so I'm not using again use raw database. If you are not there in the same database, before writing your create table statement, you can use raw. So it will navigate to that particular database. Acha, this is my SRC. This is also DB underscore SRC. So this is my create table statement. Where is Acha, here as well. DB underscore SRC. Okay, it got created. Now, how to show the table structure? Can anyone tell it? Can anyone tell me how to show the table structure for account table? I want to see the table structure. So what
SP
commands?
underscore help.
Yeah, I'll use SP underscore help. So here I'll be using SP underscore help to show the table structure. That is the which table we have created now? It's an account table. This is the DB underscore SRC is the account table. So if you'll see here, what is the issue? Execute SP
The
underscore.
spelling of EXEC.
Acha, EXEC. Sorry. Execute SP underscore health. Okay. So here, right, you can see here all the column details with the data type. Then you can see here what is the primary key, what is the foreign key, everything you can see over here. Here, foreign key, I've told you that I've created foreign key with branch CD in the source table. Then the customer ID I've created, what is my primary key, everything here it is mentioned over here. Okay. Now we are going to create the last table, that is the SRC payment. This is my last table, the source table. Basically, you no need to create any table in this in your live project, in your project that will be created by the data engineer or ETL developer. As I do not have any ETL tool, so I'm creating manually. But you no need to create anything. Whatever validation will be covering after creating the table, you need to follow that validation only. Now for SRC payment, what are the columns are there we have? We have a payment reference, transform type, debit account, credit account, payment amount, and payment date. So here I'll be creating the same one. This is my payment table. I need to change my source name, DB underscore SRC. I will change this. Already I am in the raw database, but still I want to show you. So I'm putting it. So now I can run this script. So my payment table got created. So here also we can use SP underscore help and that particular payment table. Here in payment table, you can see all the columns like payment reference. That is my yeah, payment reference, it is numeric. Here you can see it is numeric. The length is 5. I have taken length 9, but here I have taken as a 5. Okay. Payment transfer type is 20. Here we'll make it as a 5, or else it will create confusion. Debit account number 20, credit account number 20, payment amount date 9 and 2, payment amount is 5, payment date is 3. Let it be 9. I'll show you during the testing. Okay. The next is we'll be creating all the target table. Let's load the data before creating the target table. No, let me create all the target table, then we'll load the data. So now we'll be creating DWH branch table. So DWH branch table, let me create it. So for DWH branch table, so DWH branch table, again, I'm creating branch is my, this is my target table. So I'll be using this target database. The source table I've created in the raw database, but target table I'll be creating in the target database. My schema is DB_TZT. This is my schema. Now I'll be creating this target table. TCT. Sure. What is the then? DB_. What is my schema name? I forgot. Target. Security. Schema DB_TCT. Why we have created it? Completed. Now next is next we'll be creating the DWH customer table. So customer table. This is my customer database table. So here I'll be creating all the customer data. Here I'll be creating the customer data table. Here I'll be using my databases target. Here I'll be using the schema is DG_TGT. The table name is customer data type, a customer_DWH, and these all data type will be validating against mapping document. That time we'll see. Now this table is a table got created. Now next is I need to create two more table, that is DWH account. DWH account table I need to create, that is the DWH account table. This is the DWH account table. DB_TZT. Here also, let me change it. Actually, I have not created the customer table. I've created customer table. I've created branch table. And what is the issue? I have created the BRCD. Then what is the issue over here? Let me drop this table and create again. Drop this table. Now here we can mention it as a primary key. Let's try to create it. Okay. Now let's take this. Created. Because there I have not mentioned the primary key, so I was getting the error. So now I have mentioned it and I have created, so it got created. The next one is, before this, let me remove this one. Okay. Next one is the payment table. So for a payment table, DWH payment. So I have created all the 4 tables for sources and 4 tables for target. Now we need to load the data to the table. So how to load the data? If I'll write, insert into all this, it will take lot of time for me. It is like time consuming. So at a time, I want to load the data to the table. So in my local, I have a table called I have created a sheet for branch STG data. Here I have all the data for the source and the target. I have branch, customer, target customer, account staging, account DWH payment, all the data are there. So by referring to this Excel sheet, I'll be loading the data. So how we'll be doing it? What you need to do for this, click on the source database because I need to load the source table. So I need to click on the source database task, then import. Here you will get an option called import data. I'll be clicking here. Next, go here. My data source is the Excel. So I'll be selecting here Excel, Microsoft Excel. Then I'll be providing the Excel path. My Excel path is in my desktop. There is a folder there. My Excel path is there. So I've specified there. Then go to the next one. Here you will be getting the target database details. So my target database is SQL Server. So I have put here. If it is your SQL Server authentication, then you need to provide username, password as it is in my local. So I'm giving window authentication. Okay, there are 2 types of authentication. One is SQL Server authentication, window authentication. In window authentication, default it will take your Windows credential. But in SQL Server authentication, you will be provided with username and password. So here you need to provide your username and passwords. And what is my database? My database name is raw because I'm loading the source data source table to the source corresponding source tables from to the source database. So mine database is raw. Then click on next. Now click on this. Then I need to select branch. Here I need to select my destination table. So my destination table is branch staging. Then similarly, I'll do for payment as well. So payment, mine respective table is payment staging. Similarly, I'll do for customer as well. Customer is Customer staging. I'm not doing for account because account has a primary key and foreign key relationship with branch and customer. If I select account, these two tables should be first, the child table should be first loaded before the parent table, that is account table should be loaded. So because of that, I'm not considering here account. I'll be loading account separately because I need to load my child table first before loading my parent table. So now we need to see the mapping for each and every one. Now click on branch staging, go to the edit mapping. You can see all the mapping are properly mapped. So next, click on the customer staging, go to the edit mapping. Here also all the mapping has done perfectly. Now go to the payment staging. Here see some mappings has not done. So I'll click on this. Now transfer type, I'll map to transfer type. Debit account number, I'll map to debit account number. Payment amount, I'll map to payment amount. Then click on OK. Now click on next. Click next, next, then finish. So my all data got loaded. Now what we'll do, we'll load again for the account table. So how we'll be doing it? Task, import data. Next. Next. Then here I'll be selecting my Excel file. Then here I'll be providing the path. Here I'll be taking the account stage, specified the part corresponding table in the source system, that is DB_SRC. So now I'll check the mapping. Account type should be mapping with account type. The current balance should be mapped with current balance. Now click on OK. Go to the next. 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 Finish. So all the data got loaded. Now we'll see whether data got loaded or not. So what commands we'll write to see the data loaded or not? Can anyone tell me what command we'll write to see the data is loaded in the table or not? What command we need to write to see the data loaded or not? Are you guys able to hear me? What command we need to write?
Select star.
Select
Yeah, select star we need to write. Right? Select star from, I will write for all the table. Like first we'll go for SRC branch. Here I have some 25 entries. Okay. I need to go to the raw database because here only my tables are there. So use raw, select to SRC branch. You can see here all 25 entries are available. Similarly, I need to check for the other tables as well. So other tables are my customer stays. This also I can see. Here also all 25 entries are there. Then next, similarly, I need to check for the account stays. Here I have 25 entries. So this you can see here. Similarly, now I have for payment. SRC payment stays. Here I'll be having some 100 entries. Here I'll be having 100 entries for this. Now, similarly, I'll be adding the data to the target table. So can anyone help me how to load the data to the target table? Can anyone help me how to load the data to the target table?
Insert into table name.
No, I do not want to do insert into table name because it will be time consuming. So what I'll do, I'll right click on this data target. This option will be there in all the database, irrespective of Postgres or any database, whatever you use. So you can directly import the data from either Excel, CSV or something. So you can at a time import bulk load of data to this table. Instead of writing insert into, it will be very time consuming. So what you can do, you can create your test data in one Excel sheet or CSV file and you can directly import the data to the database. So I'll be doing this. I'll click on the database, then task, then import data. Then next, what is my data source? My data source will be an Excel file.
Excel.
So I'll be selecting here Excel, then click on the Excel path. Go to the branch stage data. Then next is I need to select my target database. That is my SQL Server native client. So here is my SQL Server native client. Now I need to load the data. So my loading the data will be the branch, then my customer, target customer, then payment DWH. These three things I'll be adding it. So my destination will be DWA target DWH, payment will be DBO target underscore payment DWH, and customer will be DBO underscore target. Now we need to check the mapping. So you click on the particular table which you want to load and then go to the edit mapping. So here all the mappings are proper, like BR underscore CD map into the BR underscore CD, address map to address, CT map to CT, pin underscore to pin CD. So all are properly mapped. Now we can check for payment DWH also. But here payment reference is payment reference, but transport type has not mapped to transport type. So click on this and select the corresponding column. Debit account number, similarly click on this, select the debit account number. Payment amount, select on this, click on the payment amount. Now click on OK. Similarly, we need to check for the customer DWH as well. Click on this, customer ID map to customer ID, fine. Account holder type doesn't map to account holder type. So here I need to select account holder type. Name map to name, entity name map to entity name, address map to address, city map to city, pin code map to pin code. Now click on OK, then click on next. If it will not map the column properly, then the data will not load. If it is null, then when you load the data will come as a null. So you need to map the data column properly with the target and the source. Then click on next, then finish. All the data got loaded to this. Now the last one, I'll be loading the account one. So account one, why I'm loading separately? Because account is my parent table and the customer and child branch is the child table. So whenever you are loading any table, you should make sure that the child table will be loaded first, then the parent table, or else you will be it will throw the error saying that you have a relationship between the primary key foreign key relationship with that table, but that table has not yet loaded. So it will throw error. So always remember, whenever you are loading it, the child table should be loaded first, then the parent table. So click on the Excel path. I'll go to this path. I will click next. Then the SQL Server native client. Next, go here. Next. Now my account DWH. I'll be selecting the proper name. Go to the mapping. Here, account number map to account number, customer ID map to customer ID, branch code map to branch code. Account type is not mapped to account type. So I'll be mapping account type to account type. Current balance will map to the current balance. Okay. Now select next. Then next, finish. It is very less time consuming process when you are doing loading bulk data to the table. If you like from Excel, it contains around 10 lakhs rows. So you can, that is the maximum size for the Excel to consume. the data. So you can load at a time. I think in SQL Server, you can load at max some around 1 lakh to 2 lakhs record, not more than that. It will be very slow. Till that time, if you are inserting any data to the table, you can use the Excel file. CSV also, similarly, you can insert using CSV file, text file, I think, text file or CSV file. Means it is a flat file that you can load the data to the SQL Server. So now we need to check whether the data is available in the target or not. So I need to write select star from account DWH. Then next is select star from DBO.target payment DWH. So I can use and check the data. My data is 25 rows per the customer per the branch. Then similarly, customer, I have 25 rows. Account has 25 rows. And payment has 25 rows. So my data, whatever is needed for testing is ready. I have source and target database, and I have source table, target table. All the data has been loaded. Now, next part is what are the type of validation we are going to perform between the target and source. Can anyone tell me? We have discussed already. What are the type of validation we'll be performing? We have discussed, right? Last two classes. What are the type of validation we'll be performing?
Data type validation.
Okay, this
Constraint
I'll read.
validation.
Yeah, this will be part of metadata check. Okay. Okay, then next constant validation will be doing it.
And the date.
Constant validation. We'll be doing duplicate check. Then count
Data
check.
count. Source data validation.
What data validation?
Date.
What data? Sorry, come up.
Date.
Date. I have just only 2 date fields. Okay, fine, no issues. Then we'll be checking apart from that.
The precision.
Yeah, we can do precision check also, but here I have all the. Okay,
Payment
we'll
amount
put that
is-
as well. Okay, precision check. Then we'll be doing count check.
Yeah.
To make it is a data completed. We'll be checking null value check. Then we'll be doing data validations. Okay. So basically, it's part of this. We'll be doing all these validations. Whichever is applicable for this particular this project, we'll be doing that sort of validation. Now let's start with branch table validation. We'll be comparing SRs like this staging branch. We'll be comparing STG branch with DWH branch. We'll be comparing STG branch with DW underscore branch table. So what is metadata check? That is, let's start with SRC branch first. So we'll be doing metadata check. Metadata check is metadata means data about data. So we'll be doing metadata check. So what against what we are comparing it? We'll be comparing with our mapping document. All the tables present in the source, including the data type, letter length, it should be H for the mapping document. So that we are going to compare. So let's find out the table structures. I already told you how to get the table structures of a table. What command I need to use to get the table structure of a table?
Execute SP and
SP underscore
help.
Execute SP underscore help. You can put this table name. What is the target row?
Arpita, one doubt.
Yeah, go ahead.
When you are importing the data, right, the test
Mm-hmm.
data,
Mm-hmm.
you said Excel, you selected Excel, right?
You can select CSV as well. I have stored it in the Excel. So see, if you are doing with CSV, right, just go here, task, import, data. There is something called import flat file. CSV is a flat file. You can go see a flat file, provide your specify your input file. Here you can give your data table, data name, then you can preview your data, modified column, everything you can do. Okay. This is for flat file.
Okay. The
Okay.
data should be in the column rows like a Excel or any other form in the.
No. This is structured database. So this will be in the form of rows and column only.
Oh, okay. Even
But
we use any normal text file, we have to write the column and rows, right?
no,
The data should.
text file, it will work under flat file, but you cannot upload any video, image file or website data, PDF, all this stuff. That all things you can do it through Azure. Azure can support both structured and unstructured data. You can put the file in, you can upload the Parquet file, Avro file, any file you can upload into the Azure Blob Storage. But here it will not work. It is like it is a structured data only, it will work.
Okay.
Okay. Your Oracle, then Postgres, MySQL, all these support structured data. That doesn't support unstructured data. So here only you can load the data through either Excel or CSV file or text file also it will support. Okay,
Okay,
so
thank you.
okay, no problem. So here, right, you can write execute on sp underscore help. So this is, sorry, we need to use raw. Raw is my database. So every time, right, whichever schema database you are able to navigate to the database wherever your table is present. First, you need to use that particular database name. Then you write the script. It will work. Okay. Now you can see my table structure. So we need to compare against our mapping document. So let's do that. You can see, go to the SRC branch. So SRC branch, my column name is BR underscore CD. I have written here BR underscore CR. So my column names are not matching. So this is one bug for me. Developer has written the source field name wrong. It is not as per the mapping document. So this is a bug for me. Okay. He has sometimes while creating the table, he has misspelled the column name. So this is a bug for me. So you can raise the bug for this. Then BR underscore CD, the length is 20. Here I have given length is 20. Then address, it is like 150 is my length. And it is a varchar. This is also varchar. City, it is varchar 50. Here also it is varchar 50. Pin code, it is varchar and it is 10. Here also it is 10. Now we'll be checking the metadata and the target table. So now you learned one way, that is sp underscore help. There are one or other way also you can get the table structure. So how to do that? You can select star from information schema dot columns where table name equal to I'm checking for the target. Let's do for source first. How it is coming. Then we'll go for the target. And schema name equal to db underscore src. If we'll run this, invalid. Okay, let's do till this. Let's see. I do not have raw. My table schema is not schema name. It is table schema. Table underscore schema It is DB underscore SRC. The table catalog is this. Table name is customer underscore SRC branch underscore staging. Okay, you will do like this. Why? Let's comment. Okay, you got it. But I do not need all this column. I need only the table name. I need table name, the column name, column name, column name, then data type, then character length, character maximum length. Then do I have anything for constant? No, I do not have. I need only this much. So if I'll do like this, I'll be getting all these details. See, got all the details. I can put this Excel sheet, this data into Excel sheet, and I can compare writing some Excel formula as well. Instead of like here only I have 4 columns, but in if you are working in the live project, like in any project, it will be having maybe 100 columns, 200 columns. So it is not possible for you to do manually one by one. So you can do one thing, you can copy this data to the Excel sheet like how I'm doing now. Copy this to an Excel sheet. Let's put the data over here to an Excel sheet. Okay. So what we will do now, we'll be writing, this is my source length. Now this is my data coming from the table. Now I need to get the corresponding data from the mapping document. So how I'll do that? I'll be using a function called VLOOKUP. Here I have branch underscore staging. There I have SRC branch. So before that, no, I need to make it uniform or everywhere because this is my lookup column. That should be same. So I'll be doing list. Now I need to do it. But in your original, like in your project, the table name will be as per the mapping document. But here I have not maintained it. But as per the project, the table name, whatever is there in your mapping document, the developer will create the same table name. There should not be any discrepancy between the table name and column name. Okay. Now what will we be doing? The VLOOKUP will be doing. Then SRC branch. Sorry. This is VLOOKUP branch, comma. I need to get the data for the field name. So what I did, I've selected from the SRC branch to field name. So field name is under the third position. It is my third column. First is the source table name, second is the DW table name, and third is the source field name. So it will be my third column. Then you can put as a false. So you can see my column name. Now, sorry, why? All are coming as a BR underscore C. Why all are coming as a branch? SRC branch. VLOOKUP set A2. R3, comma, false. Why it is not working? Let me try for other column. Then next column, the data type. Acha. B to the F is what is this? Why it is not working? Let me tell you what is the reason. B to F is the my data type. So 3 into 5, 5, comma, false. Sorry. B to F, sorry. B to F, comma, 5, comma, false. Sorry, false. So here you will be seeing this all the details, but why it is not working? So what is happening that whenever you do the VLOOKUP, that column should be your first column in your the comparing the data. But here you can see it is my second column. So if I'll remove this, now it should work for me. See now here if I'll do like this, A2. Why? Still it is not working. Any issues? A to C. A to SRC branch. A to C, comma 3, comma false. It's not coming. Not sure why. It should come basically. I should get the corresponding values, but it is not coming. Okay, we'll do one more ways. Let's see whether that will work or not. VLOOKUP BRCD B2, comma, this particular column, comma, false. Yeah, now it came. See here I'm getting BR underscore CD. Now address, city, pin code. But here what I've written? BR underscore CR. Mapping document B2CC. No, still it didn't come properly. Let me see. Here I've written BR underscore C. So it should come like that only, but it is coming as a pin underscore CD. I'm not sure why it is not working, but you can use VLOOKUP and you can compare the data between the source and target. So this is one more way, like you can use either SP underscore help to get the data, like, or you can use the branch table, like this information schema. You can use like this, the information schema dot columns to get all the table structure of the table. Basically, you can these information schema dot columns can use in any database, but SP underscore help is the restricted to SQL Server. This you can use in the like Oracle, then in your Postgres also, but this will not be useful. So here, but you can see all the constant details also. Here you can see the primary key, the foreign key. What are the index descriptions, the cluster, unique, primary key indexes, then the column name, everything you can see over here. Okay, with this particular table. So again, today we'll wrap up with this. Tomorrow we'll be seeing all other validations which will be performing for this branch table and other table. Today we'll be closing the session. It's already 9:10. I think for you guys it will be late. So any doubt so far?
No, Arpita.
Hello? Okay. So you guys able to understand how I have loaded the data to table. Again, tomorrow I'll be explaining all the validations. But today, how I have loaded the data table, why I have created all these tables. Do you guys have any doubt?
No, Arpita.
Okay, fine then. We'll wrap up the session today then. Okay, see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you,
No
Arpita.
problem. No problem. Okay, no problem. Thank you.